It's March 10th, 2024. I'm on the trail that goes up above this little coastal community of Los Barriles, and I'm in southern Baja. I'm looking down to the south along the east edge of the peninsula, the Baja Peninsula, and got a little mountain there with some towers on it on the edge. And I'll zoom a bit. That's Cerro Prieto, and it's about 850 feet high. And then zoom back up here, and we're starting to see some higher mountains. The Cerro Choya is back there, and there's a Cordon, and they're all in about the 3,000 foot range. A little tree is kind of covering it up. And then if we look off to the north a bit, let's see if I can get a good angle on that. So we see this, you can see Mexican Highway 1 going up through that little canyon there. And that big wash, that's Corralito, I think it's called. Anyway, there's a waterfall up there. You can take a ATV, and the trail kind of stops up there about a half mile short of the waterfall. And then as I move around here, I'm looking off to the northeast into the Gulf of California, also known as the Sea of Cortez. And you can see kind of the western part of Los Rios. And again, that big wash, I think it's called Corralito. And there's a mountain near there. And then I'm on this ridge top. So I got off the main trail. I went as far as it goes, the Cerro Los Barriles trail. It loops around. I just kept going. Looked like the bike, pretty good bike trail along here. And then it just sort of ends not far from me and loops around. I think you could cross country up to, there's another peak up here, a little hill called Loma Philo, and you can get a better view of the higher mountains to the west here. Now the geology here is it's pretty much dissected up alluvial, the fan deposits, pretty old. You got these big granite boulders. There's quite an assortment of different types of granite here. Some of it medium grain, and then some of the stuff is very coarse grain stuff. The dark minerals in here are biotite and hornblende, and lighter colored stuff. You got a lot of quartz and some very almost yellow pink feldspar in here. And there is some darker, more mafic rocks like those here. But you don't see any real in-place bedrock here. Looking off the sides of the hill, it's pretty much big, thick alluvial fan deposit. I suspect what happened is as the East Pacific Rise passed under the peninsula, as it was opening up, you know, the peninsula, or the Gulf of California opened up about 5 million years ago. And the peninsula itself passed over the East Pacific Rise, or at least that's kind of the general tectonic interpretation. I suspect because of the thermal influence of the East Pacific Rise, it caused quite a bit of uplift, and it created a lot of erosion and these big alluvial fan deposits coming off the side, shedding out towards the opening of the Gulf. If that's true, it'd make these, at least these deposits, maybe several million years old. And you know, the Gulf continues to open up. It's got a mid-ocean ridge in the middle now, and it's creating new oceanic crust. But and that's where the East Pacific Rise is now. That's that oceanic ridge out there, the East Pacific Rise. I don't know if I completely buy that story, but that's me being sort of skeptical. I'm looking up towards the, well, I'm looking south, but it's towards the Sierra Laguna, which get pretty high. And back there, I don't know if both, actually, that's the Sierra Laguna off to the southeast. I don't know if you can make out that ridge back there or not. That's back by Cabo, you know, and there's probably another name for this one over here that I can see down to the kind of south or southeast. I'm talking about on the skyline now. Anyway, it's a nice little hike. I walked in about 2 miles, probably gained about 800 feet elevation. It's not real steep. Good assortment of desert vegetation. A lot of this Palo Blanco here. I don't see as much of the Palo Verde up here, and quite a few different types of cacti along the way. So if you get a chance to come to this area, this is a nice hike, and I think it's very popular. I mean, I found it on all trails, and it's got a lot of commentary, so I suspect it's, one, easy to reach. I mean, you hike right from Highway 1, and it's just, I think people are comfortable with it. It's got a lot of traffic on it. And I saw several people this morning already on it. All right, that's it.